Hey, I'm just a caveman, and I stream a lot of games. I've been streaming for about a year now. Streamed about almost 100 games this year, actually. So I thought, end of the year, new year starting, what's the thing that everybody loves? Fucking lists. Everybody loves a good list. So I'm going to tell you my top 10 favorite games I played on stream this year. Now, that doesn't have to be games that came out last year. That's only games that I played this year. So it can be something from 1988, all right? Anything goes. As long as I liked it and I enjoyed it on stream, it counts. Number 10 is Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, I adore, love these games. These are part of my childhood, all right? Crystal, Pokemon Crystal was one of the first games I ever played, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver obviously are a nostalgia wave, a blast, a nostalgia shot, if you will, straight into my fucking wiener. And I can appreciate everything about them. Are they perfect? No. Level scaling's kind of terrible. And the map itself, while cool, is a little barren sometimes, if we're being honest. But that doesn't change that it's probably one of the best Pokemon games just ever. Following system's great. Everybody can appreciate seeing their favorite little boy, or if you pick Chikorita, that thing behind you. Just everything about it. It's a good time. And I enjoyed playing it on stream, so that's why it gets the number 10 slot. And at number 9, we have Titanfall 2. This is a game I had not spent a lot of time playing before on stream. And it would have been the first time I played the story since it came out, and I didn't really remember that much of it. So going into it and kind of discovering a game that I really liked was amazing. And it's honestly such a shame that this game got just really no support from EA, because it still has a community that's around. It's not exactly thriving, but it would be hard to have a thriving community for something like this. I don't know. Every time I logged on, the multiplayer was a blast. The community was brilliant. Just, you know, go play Titanfall 2. You can find it cheap. You can find it cheap. And download Northstar. They need more players, and they would love to have you. Number 8, Cyberpunk 2077. And I'm not going to say I hopped on the bandwagon. I'm going to say I got on a little too early, if I'm honest. Going through the story of this, obviously the story is phenomenal. Everybody knows that. Everybody lauded the story even when it came out. Is it a little too linear for some people's taste? Sure. Is that the point of a story sometimes? Yes. It's not supposed to be the next GTA. And now that people have understood and accepted that, and the marketing has kind of been seen through a bit, I think it really came through how good this game was.
You know, once they fucking fixed it.
Number 7, Risk of Rain 2. Who doesn't like Risk of Rain? All right. This is one of the greatest indie hits of all time. Bought up by Gearbox because it was so gosh diddly darn dang good. The only issue I have about streaming it as a game is simply the fact it's hectic. It's hard to keep up. I can't read. If I take a second to read chat, I'm going to be killed by a ball. I'm going to be killed by the Liberty Bell himself, slinging a spiky ball at me and ending my whole 3-hour run simply because I wanted to read somebody saying shit ass. Number 6, Sea of Thieves. Now, I only streamed this game the one time, but the stream I did for it was an absolute blast. Sea of Thieves is one of those games where you have to kind of make your own fun, in my opinion. I don't know what other people's takes on it is. I know you can always go out, find your own thing to do, but when you get into it and you find a group of people willing to do a silly little roleplay thing with you, put on a pirate hat, get a little drunk, it is brilliant. It's immersive. Not just immersive, that's not even like the right word for it necessarily. It sucks you in. Everything you want to do in it, you honestly can do. This game is surprisingly unlimited in what you can do. You know, sometimes you just have to sail about an hour to find it. Number 5, the most controversial thing on this list, I bet. Overwatch 2. I know. So, Overwatch 1 came out a while ago, so that's why I think it's okay to put it on this list, because Overwatch 1.5 here still counts under my criteria of the game can be from any era, right? The bright side of it is that this list is pretty much how much fun I personally had with it on stream, and I've had a blast with it. We've always had community getting together, and if you're watching this and you want to come play Overwatch 2 with me, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday on Majestic Caveman, twitch.tv. It's a good little time. You should come check it out. I'm still kind of small, so I'd appreciate it. Overwatch 2, though, has been a great community game. Everybody in my community has been enjoying it, and it's just a fun, when you have friends to play it with, it can be an enjoyable grind, even on quick play. You can dick around in quick play. Literally, we joined a game at some point and just messaged in, hey, can you guys throw for me? I just want to get a win. It's been a minute. And they said, no problem. The community is not as bad as it used to be. The community's honestly pretty fun these days. Of course, there's still some toxic people, but I think this game has kind of grown out of it. There's fun to be had, and for the price of free, it's kind of worth it. Number 4, Super Diagonal Mario. This game is on crack. I don't have a lot of great ways to describe it. So the reason I like it is because it was the first YouTube video I made that I would count as somewhat a thing, and so I can appreciate it. I also thought the stream was a blast, but it felt like I was on meth the entire time. So if you like meth, go play Super Diagonal Mario 2. Oh good, another controversial one. So number 3 is Scarlet and Violet. I know what you're thinking. This game, hey, Steamer, isn't this game literally terrible dog shit and it doesn't run? Well, let me tell you, kinda, sometimes. Hey, and that's fine, apparently these days. I can kind of get over it. I can get over some of it because at its core, it's still a new Pokemon game, and gosh darn it, it's like a parasitic brain worm. I can't get it out of it, and something about it just tickles my fucking parsnips. I just appreciate it. It's a good-ass game. It tries a lot of new things. The open world's really fun and expansive. Catching all the new Pokemon is always going to be a good time, and if you can make it to the end of the game and see Area Zero, it's kind of awesome. And it really makes the game for me. And I think it made it the game for stream as well. There was some awe to it. I don't know, I liked it. Number 2, Jet Set Radio. So this ended up being what I would consider my first real stream. I beat the whole thing in one sitting and it was so worth it. I'd never played Jet Set Radio, I was completely blind. And just everything I'd ever heard about it was true. Is a little janky sometimes. Yeah, because it's a Dreamcast game. It's not going to be perfect. I think it's the oldest game on this list by some margin. And it's just brilliant. Everything about it is absolutely brilliant. The grinding always feels good, even if it can throw you somewhere you're not perfectly sure about. It works exactly where you need to work. The graffiti system's good. All the levels are quick. They're brief, other than one dickhead in a fucking gutter. That one sucks. But otherwise, perfect 8 out of 10. Don't think about it too hard. Number 1! And my favorite game I played on stream this year was The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Possibly one of the best games of all time. No, definitely one of the best games of all time. Possibly my favorite game of all time. I do like a game that's willing to just let you kind of throw a unique answer to a problem. And Legend of Zelda lets you throw a brick wall at the other brick wall, if you know what I mean. It doesn't even have all the answers, right? It doesn't have all the answers you're going to give it, but it accepts them. That's what it feels like. This game gives you the pleasure of feeling like you can outsmart it. And although I didn't do that every time on stream, because I did a marathon of it, and I got very, very tired by the end, it's a grand adventure. Going through the entire map, you need to hit all 4 corners. You need to go, oh, I gotta figure out my paths, I gotta understand. And just to do that all on stream with people who hadn't seen the game before, or even people who had, it was amazing. And I don't know, something about this game is just magical, and I really hope the sequel lives up to it. Hopefully it's a Majora's Mask. You know what I mean?